Judging on the success of the NES Classic, the SNES Mini can't be too far away. But the question is, what games belong in the SNES Mini? While there are only rumors floating around the internet at the moment, this shouldn't stop fans from imagining what they might see on the highly anticipated release. We decided to revisit our roots and dig deep into our memories, to pull out some SNES titles we absolutely believe belong on the SNES Mini. Known as Mother 2 in Japan, EARTHBOUND has players take the role of Ness as he uncovers the secrets of a crashed meteorite. EARTHBOUND was miraculous for its time as it had a seamless world, where players could move from one location to the next without needing to use an overworld map. Another classic role-playing game, but this time up to 3 players could take control of the 3 main characters. This would be perfect as a couch co-op. The SNES Mini's game library definitely needs at least one Final Fantasy title, if not 2. Rather similar to Secret of Mana, Secret of Evermore is one of those RPGs that players can really sink their teeth into and spend days exploring. Nothing says classic fighting game like Killer Instinct, one of Rare's earliest successes. Battletoads isn't just a joke game people ask for, it's actually an extremely challenging game created by the talented developer Rare. We couldn't just pick one of Rare's iconic Donkey Kong Country games to include on this list, so we've got to go with all 3 and include them in one slot. Anyone who's played Contra games know how incredibly challenging they are, and Contra 3: The Alien Wars is no different. Thankfully, it's another co-op game that is perfect for long nights of gaming. After the difficulty of Contra, we need a light-hearted action-adventure game, and Legend of the Mystical Ninja delivers that in spades. The SNES certainly has a lot of RPG titles, but we'd feel terrible if we didn't include one of the most iconic titles, Chrono Trigger. Square Enix has gone on to create many other iterations of this title, but to experience the original on HD television would be amazing. The child in all of us would jump with joy at the chance to play another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game.
Fight.
We could have gone with the first Mortal Kombat, but the sequel with its refined gameplay wins out. However, if we could have both, we'd definitely go for that.
Excellent.
We couldn't land on which one we'd prefer, so we're going to have to say both of them, please. Street Fighter will always be one of the most memorable fighting games in history. Any gamer who wasn't able to play an SNES back in the day and loves Dark Souls will feel right at home playing Super Castlevania 4. Playing as the knight Arthur, players must make their way through this action platforming game while killing demons and other hideous beasts. After all these RPGs and fighters, it's only fair that a racing game gets thrown into the mix, and what better than the fiercely fast F-Zero. Flying through the skies and just enjoying the serenity is what's needed after all the intense action. This classic title deserves a spot on the SNES Mini. Everyone and their dog knows about the Punch-Out series, but the version on the SNES is full of color and redefined controls. An absolute must-have for the SNES Mini. With the recent success of the Doom relaunch, gamers everywhere will be chomping at the bit to get back into the armor and slay more demons. Samus is an icon for Nintendo, and what better way to celebrate this kick-ass lady than to include Super Metroid on the SNES Mini. Though the original Tetris didn't make it to the SNES, the Mini wouldn't be the same if it didn't have at least one version of the classic puzzle game. We love ourselves a good side-scrolling platformer, and the humor in EARTHWORM Gym deserves to grace our screens once more. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is here, so what better time to celebrate its roots than to include it on an updated SNES console. The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. This list would not be complete without the incredible title from the Zelda series, Link to the Past. For a lot of gamers, this is the best Zelda game ever made, so playing it again, or for the first time, would be an absolute treasure. Without a shadow of a doubt, the SNES Mini practically requires a Super Mario title, and what better than Super Mario World? Whether you're a longtime Nintendo fan that grew up with an SNES, or a gamer who never got to experience the magic of the Super Nintendo, we think these games would be the perfect collection to bring into the modern lounge room. Only time will tell what games will be appearing on the SNES Mini, but whatever they are, we're certain that the SNES Mini will be yet another resounding success. And here's hoping that the controller wire is twice as long than the NES Classic.